Okay, so what you're holding there, Chris, that's Epiphone Les Paul Custom.
Yep.
From 2004. It was made at the Unsung factory in Korea. And actually the Les Paul Gold Top, which is on my was on my website, that was made in the Unsung factory in 2003. And when I got that, I just was absolutely blown away with how good it was.
Yeah.
For very little money. I picked it up secondhand. And so I thought, you know what, there's an angle here. That there could be some really useful guitars for not a lot of money.
Yeah.
So one thing led to another, and obviously being from the Unsung factory, that led to the Unsung Heroes thing. And the hero bit doesn't refer to me; it refers to the fact that the guitars can be quietly brilliant. You know. So that's where that comes from. Anyhow, so the one you've got there, that was a standard Arctic white, Alpine white, Arctic white, never sure. Very bright white, probably whiter than that Charvel that's sat behind you. But it's been refinished, completely refinished from top to bottom. The reason behind that was I had a customer's 99 Gibson Les Paul Custom that came in, and which is typical with the nitro finishes, they discolor over time. You know, the Epiphones with their polycoat tend not to do that unless you leave them in the sun or whatever, put them in a swimming pool. But the Gibson had discolored over time, not in a horrible way, but in a really cool sort of antique-y sort of vintage vibe. And it just inspired a thought, you know what, I could do that to one of these Epiphones.
Yeah.
And so it's very subtle. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I'll try and get some photographs maybe worked into the video as well to show it. But as you can see, it is an off-white, and there's some like little patches. If you look at the back of the neck, Chris, you can see almost as though this is years of wear.
Yeah.
So it's very, very subtle, and it's not relicking. It's not, you know, that sort of fake agey. It's just a little bit of character, you know? And I think I've pulled it off pretty well. I'm very pleased with the results. So I don't know what you make of it on sort of first look.
I mean, I didn't know that you had refinished it. I thought this was like an older guitar, right? Like I've got a guitar that I built myself, that I painted. I don't know what I painted it with, but
emulsion.
No, it was something, but it's aged, right? So it's gone like this kind of like yellowy.
Yeah,
that's the best thing I can say.
Yeah.
So I thought it had done. So you said you've done this yourself.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. No, I had absolutely no idea. I mean, it looked, I couldn't tell the difference. I thought it was like an older one.
Yeah.
As I said, it's kind of like, in different lights, it almost looks kind of like greeny to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's going to come out at all, but yeah, I think that the colour is amazing, really. Especially considering that you did it yourself.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't aware of, so
yeah.
Kudos
Let's say inspired by that Gibson,
which
just looks super cool. So as much as I like a nice, pristine, you know, crisp white Les Paul, I thought, you know, I'd just do something a bit different with that one, and that's actually already sold to a guy in Austria who's bought a 339 from me before. So
cool, lucky guy.
Hopefully he's going to enjoy that. So let's get it in your hands. Let's get you playing the thing.
Okay.
All right, so you've had a bit of a thrash
Yeah.
on that machine. What are your immediate thoughts?
So my immediate thoughts are, like, so how acoustically loud it is, for a start. Unplugged. I know that some people like rate guitars completely on that fact, but that was the first thing I was thinking about before I began.
Yeah.
The other thing was how easy it was to play.
Right.
Right, and again, that's testament to your kind of skill set. For me, it might even be, the action might be a little, again, for me personally, slightly too low. Okay.
I think you said the same last time we.
On one of the Epiphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a custom as well, funnily enough.
So,
But that's a good thing because you can always go up
Yes.
from there
Yeah,
to
yeah,
suit
yeah.
your personal taste.
Yeah,
That's
of
a good
course.
thing. But if you've got something inherently wrong, you will never achieve low enough action. And so you'd rather have that scenario.
yeah, that, I mean, there are worse problems to have. It's not a problem, but you know what I mean. How fast the guitar felt. It's not like a super strat kind of guitar, but again, I could still gig with this.
Yeah.
I could play. For me anyway, any style of music that I would want to play.
Yeah.
Maybe not 100% authentic, but I could.
If I could just tell you, inside there's actually Gibson. Again, same as the Gibson Studio we looked at. It's Gibson 490 neck.
Yep.
And 498 in the bridge.
So these weren't stock on this instrument.
No.
These are retrofit.
Yeah, they are, and
Right.
they were open coils, and I've put the sort of gold frame around.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. And the same circuitries, CTS pots, switchgrass toggle, and orange drop caps, and all that sort of stuff. So very similar circuitry wise. So sound wise, Chris, I mean, how was it sounding?
It
In your
screamed
hand.
like
Yeah.
it did what I wanted it to. Again, the video, the playing I did was more like classic rock-ish. And sometimes you can't help when you have a Les Paul to play those kind of big ringy chords.
Yeah, that's the thing I always love. I know the first time I ever had one, 15 years ago, whatever, I just hate a big open E and just went.
How nice it sounds,
Yeah,
and how when you're playing like the kind of bends. I mean, can't play the guitar like Gary Moore at all, but like I remember thinking like how he'd hold the bend and keep going, and there's the old Spinal Tap cliche thing. But it's true. Do you know what I mean? Like like they go on forever.
Yeah.
And I guess in a way, like with my love of like kind of super strats, they're trying to get close to this sound, right?
Okay.
But the truth is they don't. I don't think they get as close as they possibly can. So there is something to be said for like the wood and the construction of the guitar, and the fact that it's like a solid piece of big mahogany, right? And for me, they're the kind of things that I like. But again, there are little things, because I'm not, let me say, that experienced to playing this kind of guitar, like the fret access.
Yeah.
I remember going above the 15 thinking, oh, goodness gracious.
To put it very politely.
What's going to happen now?
Yeah.
And like little things to do with like the volume and the tones being like arranged like that.
Yeah.
Again, little things to me, but there's the sort of things that I could very comfortably and very easily get over with 20 more minutes, So yeah, and because believe it or not, we haven't tweaked the tuning at all.
Yeah.
Right? So I was thrashing it fairly hard, but
It's there.
that's still in. So yeah, wonderful guitar, really cool.
Not bad for a guitar that was only completed at 2 o'clock this morning.
No, but we won't mention that.
No, I will not mention that.
No, wonderful.